So here we go. Now it's with audio on YouTube too. Hopefully you can hear me now on YouTube, or don't want to hear me, however. Yeah, we're doing the DOF adapter material shot on iPhone. This is another thing I want to give it a try with the, in my opinion, best noise reducer. It's the Neat Video, the version 5. I just give it a try and see how it works. Let's do a generic profile. There's not really noise in there, but from time to time it gets better with it. You get more sharpness in there. Not in this case. Just add some sharpening in there. Maybe it's too much noise level. Let's do less. Oh, that's not that bad. You get some details in there. I just apply it here. See the difference. No, it's not nice. You see the body of the dog gets all I don't know what it's called, but it's not nice. So for this one, it's not good. Let's get rid of it. Let's play it again in full screen. But just remember, that's the thing I like so much on it. It's a phone. It's a iPhone, and you can shoot 240 frames, full HD, and even pull in some colors in there. So it's quite nice. I like the idea of shooting with the iPhone. So let's do another shot. Also with the Filmic Pro app. Also with wrong shutter speed, because it was without any ND filters, so I haven't got the right shutter speed in there. And even this one is quite good. It's not that bad. Let's see, it's a little bit oversaturated because you can't use the flat profiles when you shoot in higher frame rates. This one is I think it's 50 frames. Yeah, it's 50 frames. It's a little bit shaky. So what you really need is, first thing is you need the ND filter, and you need a gimbal probably. But it's wobbling a little bit around. Let's do another one here. This is it's called barbed wire, isn't it? Yeah, barbed wire or something. Let's see how the sharpness performs. I just pull out some light here. Yeah, not that bad. A little bit of bending in the background, but not that much. Do another one. As long as you have some details in there, the bending will not matter. It's just when you have a gray flat wall or something, then it's probably gonna be a little bit visible. But you see there are details in the black in there. Just full screen. It's all left in there, and highlights are not blown or anything. And let's just roll it here. You see the focus. It's quite nice. I like it. It's still damn phone. So probably next time I just need a shirt where it's link in my bio where you can see the YouTube or something, because probably no one will mention it. Or okay. It's not bad. I like it. Let's see that shot here. This one's nice. So it's a little bit wobbly. It was like walking through this place here, and all handheld. But this footage performs really well. So it's a little bit annoying. You use this adapter, and here, we'll put it here, and you need to focus first on the focus frame, and at the same time you need to focus with the phone on the little screen that is inside this adapter. And afterwards you lock the sharpness on the app for the iPhone, and then you can like focus with the lens. So you get quite good results in there. Just make it full screen again on YouTube so you can see the picture. It's also like 50 frames in full HD, I think. Yeah, it was full HD. It's a little bit wobbly, so you don't have to run around with it maybe, and it's better. For a still shot it would be really great. And again, you have this blurred edges on it. It's not the full information in the white. So you see the white is like blown away, but it was like full into the sun. For that case, it's really good. I shot in HD because it's HD. No, it's HD 25. Because I used the flat profile here. This is the Filmic Pro flat profile. Just want to check if this one's good, and it's damn good. So let's do an edge on it again. I always do them really soft. Let's pull in some light in the middle, some more detail, some more warm tones. A little bit more of yellow, maybe. Yeah, not bad. Let me know how you like it. Or if there's something else you want to know about it, just drop me some questions, because I'm, as I said before, I'm totally unprepared today. And I got plans what I'm gonna do. I shot something and like, yeah, but haven't got it done because I'm in a documentary cinema movie type of thing right now, and I'm working on it all the time, so I haven't got the time to prepare something. And I'm, as probably everyone else, I'm kind of locked at home with my kids here, so the time over the day is not that much, and the days are over before you have done something. So let's see, it's quite nice. Stuff performs pretty well. Sharpness is quite good. Detail is okay. I think this one's quite a little bit out of focus. Okay. So, any questions left? Not sure if that's what's that here. Okay. So if there are any questions, just let me know. There's the little spot I did yesterday with my kids. Food commercial I shot with them to show them how shooting works. So let's see if there's anything else I can use. Okay, this is some footage from the this is from the, let's compare this one maybe. This is shot with the Moondog Anamorphic Lens with this little one here. This one's quite nice too. And it's shot with the Moment app in, I'm not sure. Let's see what it's shot. It's 50 frames full HD. Okay. So let's change the frame rate. Just change it to 25. And another thing I have to change is the aspect, so it's 1.3 anamorphic. So let's pull in something from here. This one maybe, no, maybe this one. Yeah, that's good. Just pull in a little bit of it. So this is quite nice too. You can like work with this stuff too. Let's make some grading on it. First thing I always do is like pull down the midtones a little bit more and not so far with the blacks. First is always the midtones, so I think it shouldn't be warmer. Maybe we can go for some dark, maybe for some day for night or something. Yeah, let's do some day for night. This is probably a good shot for something like that. Let's go a little bit darker, and day for night is always like low contrast, so just keep the blacks a little bit. Let's pull it a little bit bigger. Let me see here. Oh, whatever then. So let's pull in another node. Maybe some more blue tones, a little bit more. I'm oversaturating it right now, and then I'm gonna desaturate the whole thing a little bit. Just pull out some blue of the blacks. And the next thing is I'm gonna do a parallel node with a vignette. Gonna need to get rid of the top light here, just leave the ground in there. See how it works. Wasn't supposed to be day for night or something, but let's give it a try. So it's performing quite good. So a little bit more darkness on the top. Not sure. It's so good. Probably should be a little bit more blue. And even darker. Let's see. It's not the best day for night scene probably, but it's too much light down there. The right side of the picture is quite okay, but the other one not. So let's try another one. I just pull in something else from this footage here. What else? Maybe this one here. Yeah, this one's good. Just like in, out. Oh, it's not that bad. It's quite nice. Just clean it up here a little bit. Any questions? No one's asking something, so go to YouTube, watch what I'm doing, and ask me something, because I'm unprepared and I don't know what everyone is wanting to know, whatever. Ask me questions. So a little bit more yellow in the background from the ground. Remote. So that's quite nice. So the grade is quite good. So the difference is the sharpness. When you see the, just turn it away, when you see the sharpness in the footage from the Moondog lens, it's really sharp. You have these edges. It's better than the original lens from the iPhone without any additional lens or something, but it's really different to the footage from the DOF. If you see here, it's sharp, but at the same time it looks softer. It's nicer. Totally different. Let me just match that one here. I just save that and match it to the second grade here. Just get rid of this dark one here. Delete the grade in there and just try to match it. It's probably not gonna work because this one was like on a rainy day and the other one was in the sunlight, but you see the difference in the sharpness here. So let's make a different green in there, maybe some warm tones now. This brownish tones in the trees, so the black is neutral again. Oh, my phone is running out of battery. Just have to plug it in there. Okay. Sorry for that. As I mentioned, I'm not prepared today. Okay, just a second. Battery's almost gone, so just pull it in there. And yeah, you're right, it's not the perfect light setup for color grading, but I know that, and it's not color grading, it's really just playing around. I just mean this colorful light in there. That's not the kind of way I'm working normally when I do jobs for clients or something, so let me just pull in some defocus on there, some lens blur on the outside. Not that much, maybe it's just about like 2. That's good. And the next thing I would change is the green on the bottom part here. Just change it to something more brown, less saturated, maybe a little bit more green. So this is, yeah, it's better. I like it. It even fits in there, but the sharpness is still not the same. Maybe you can like achieve the same feel when we pull in the 1.2. It's even better when you just defocus it with a lens blur a little bit. That's what I'm doing with drone footage all the time. So when I have drone footage from whatever, Inspire or something, it's normally totally sharp. You see all these edges in there, and the first thing I start when I do the grade on it, it's making it a little bit defocused. It's always nicer then. Maybe I have a shot in here from a drone. I think so. Let's see. I have done a one shot. No, it's not in here. No drone shot in here. Strange. I thought I had one. Let's see here. Ah, maybe it's here. It's at the... There's nothing. Maybe it's here. Yeah, here we go. Here are 2 shots from my drone. It's a Phantom 4 Pro. No, Phantom 4 whatever, Pro Obsidian stuff. And this is what I just talked about. It's super sharp. And that's not really nice, so just pull in a little part of it. Just put them in my edit here. So let's start. Normally I start like with, no, I don't start with that. I just, as I said before, I start with a lens blur on it. And the amount is probably about 1.2. So it's a little bit out of focus now, but it's nicer. When I just zoom in there, you see that it's not really much. It's just about the feeling. It's a little bit nicer. So let's add another one. Just pull down the midtones a little bit, not too much the blacks. I just pull down the mids a little bit and make it a little bit more dense here. Now you get the detail out of the trees here. You can pull in some more from this. Maybe it's about 1.3 or 1.4. Yeah, that's better. It's not really much. Probably you can't see a difference on the stream, but it's nicer, it's better, it feels more natural. Let's go up a little bit even there. No, that's too much. This looks like I lost my glasses or something. Okay, let's leave the lens blur as it is and add another node. The light is a little bit, contrast is a little bit less on the outside, so I do a little vignette, really soft, and pull down the midtones a little bit on the outside, even the blacks a little bit, and just correct the color in there. I just pull in some warm tones, some red, yellow, yeah, mostly yellow on the outside. So you see the differences just from this to this. So this looks kind of nice. And as I always do, I say do the look in the primaries and don't start with keying all the time. This is kind of old school, but it works. So maybe we match it to that one here. It's not perfectly done already, but maybe just try to match the look from that one here. So we go for another node for the color of the shot before. Let's go for a little bit more red tones, red and yellow in the mids. So we just match that one. We don't see the trees, the top of the trees in the other shot, but when you just have the same green, it's probably gonna work. So because the wider shot is 233 anamorphic, I just pull in the output sizing of 235. So it's the same. And what I would do is two more things to the drone shot. I would add another vignette on the side because the trees here look a little bit different, and I think they should be a little bit darker because I want to focus on the middle of the picture and not on the side. So I just everyone who just joined in there, click the link in the bio for the stream on YouTube. Otherwise you don't know what I'm talking about right now, because I'm just talking about the stuff you see on YouTube live. It's a little bit weird, but that's how it is. So it's not bad. So the last thing I would do is just add a key. Keys are for the final touches, in my opinion, most of the time. And I just want to select this yellow brownish tones from the dead trees here. So always soft. My keys are like, I'm always going quite soft. Most of the time something like that. So you don't get this wobbly cloud stuff in there. And I'm pulling in some yellow brownish tones. So maybe more yellow. That's not bad. Yeah. And what I always... No, not always. Also, I would try to do a little bit of defocus on the outside this time. I do an extra vignette for the defocus, so it matches more the DOF adapter material. So just do the outside and do a lens blur. Oh, there we go. Not enough room. So, and we go down for something like just a little bit. Shouldn't be like shift, tilt stuff, whatever. Should be just natural. And I'm gonna go for a little bit out of place. So it looks that. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. So let's see this. The last shot here. This is the trees. It goes along with this one quite good. Maybe the blacks are a little bit too red in here, and this one has like cooler blacks, but I like the blue and the blacks more than on this one here. So I go for a little bit more blue in the blacks. Maybe even more cyan green. Yeah, that's better. Now we have it. This works together. So, and the other shot is here. I use the last part of it here. Just let's use this one here. So we have the DOF adapter shot. We have the trees. Okay, this one's too brown now. Let's go for a little bit cooler look. More green tones, more blue in there. So we have, oh, it's even too hard. Yeah. Maybe you should use a little bit more of this. I don't want to get rid of all the sunlight in here because it was like in the evening and we had this warm sun in there. And to match the next shot, we're probably gonna use some soft and warm light in here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it this time, but maybe I'm just going up a little bit with the, yeah, and just add warm tones like red and yellow in the midtones. And just make this super soft in here. And maybe just from one side. Sometimes you just have to try if it works or from where it works. And the picture now is a little bit more soft on the top, so it's probably gonna work better. Maybe the black's a little bit too lifted now. Let's go down with the black overall. It's not bad, it works. This one is wrong in my opinion. It's not working totally properly, perfectly, whatever. Maybe just pull in some soft light here too. Just make a super soft vignette. Just pull it up, just pull in some color. Some red and yellow, then make it small and just pull it out of the picture just to get a soft light from somewhere. It just seems that there's maybe the sun coming in there, and it, yeah, it works. So it's better together now. So, any questions? No one's asking something. There's something, there's a question. Denoise in qualifier tab is actually denoise, or it's like the noise reduction in noise reduction tab? No, it's probably you mean the denoise I have used before. It's the, I just tried the what's it called? The noise reducer from Neat Video. I used the Neat Video denoise. The denoise from Davinci is even good. It's performing quite well, and it's way faster than the noise reducer from, I'm just always forgetting like it's what it's called. The other one. The other one is Neat Video. Neat Video is so slow. I just got the version 5 and it's double the speed, but even on my really fast Resolve machine, it only makes a few frames and it don't cares what resolution you use. It's the same if you use like HD ProRes 422 or you use 8K Red Raw or whatever. It's always super slow, so you need a lot of time when it's a longer project or something. So the noise reducer from Davinci is really fast. It slows just a little bit down. I think in 4K I'm running render times about 40 frames or something with the noise reducer. Yeah, but neat is perfectly for something like when you have cars, or not so good for skin. I don't like it on skin tones, so you get this blurred out, washed out kind of plastic looking stuff on the skin. So the best thing about denoise with neat video is like cars. When you have a car and it's shot on red and it's quite noisy or too dark and noisy, you use the neat video plugin and it's super clean, super sharp, and you get even more of the details in the car. So it's this performs quite good, but you need a fast system to use it. Anything else? Any other questions? It's not bad. Just those shots are just my iPhone. DOF adapter, anamorphic lens, and okay, the DJI Drone. But you can really do some nice stuff with this, and it's just a phone. It's no Ari Alexa, for sure not. It's a big difference, but you can't take calls with your Ari Alexa, and you can do some really cool footage with your phone. So I'm really a fan of using the iPhone for shooting in the right format for it. So not for everything. So the big cameras are really fun to use, but for some stuff these are perfectly and nice. So contrast is not right here. I think it should be a little bit darker, or maybe just darker in the midtones. Not sure, but it works good. Anything else someone wants to know? I'm unprepared and I'm just waiting for someone to ask me something, because the only thing I wanted to do today is like test the stuff I shot with the DOF adapter from Beatgrip, and that's what I already did, and I'm super happy with it. So you see this one here? I like it. Super slow-mo doggy hunting for some mice. What else? Still no questions. Just give me a second. I'm gonna type in here. Gonna just type in for the. Can you describe or make tutorials on you mean the conforming process? Oh yeah, but that's something conforming is special. No, it's not special, it's really complex. I just did this 90-minute film with more than 100 terabyte of footage from Red, Alexa, Blackmagic, stock footage, and what else. And so I had a conform that lasts for 3 days. I had like 3 days to like make it all work, because it was like on 17 drives, the footage, and I just consolidated it to one of my G-rates, but to make like a so sorry, I was just reading the text on YouTube. To make a tutorial on conforming a project is maybe I just have to prepare something. Most of the time I just do commercials. It's like 95% of my time I'm doing commercial stuff. So I probably have to prepare just a commercial conforming, and this normally takes about 5 or 10 minutes when it's well done. Problems are always with when it comes from Avid, the edit, it's probably working. A problem is when you have Adobe Premiere. I don't like Adobe Premiere because it's always a hassle to work with, and the round trip, in my opinion, don't work really well. The relink and this stuff is always like, maybe I'm not this Adobe Premiere guy, but I think it's not that good. I hope someone else is thinking they're the same. Yeah, I'm preparing something. Maybe I just have to look for what I will do with conform. I'm just thinking about it, but yeah, a normal conform is like super fast. Maybe just one thing I always do, or is there something else I want to show? Maybe it's just I just prepare something. I will stop talking about this now. The next question is, how do you deal with moire on drone shots? Best thing is to avoid getting moire on drone shots, because you don't get really rid of it. So maybe just check if there's another one. The setup of the drone should be on medium or low for the sharpness. That's one thing you can do. That avoids a little bit of the moire problem. And if it's really heavy, you can't really do anything to it. You can like try to defocus it a little bit. That's what I always do with the drone stuff. So just pull in another shot maybe here from the drone footage. Maybe something flying a little bit lower. Maybe this one here. Let's go a little bit further. So I'll pull it out. Just pull in here, change clip speed. 200%, so it's at 50 frames. I'll just make it run in real time, and hopefully you can see that I just take the grading from the shot before, make it full screen. No, it's too saturated. Can't leave it like that. I don't like this saturation in here. Just add another node. I just want to show something, but it's too sharp. Okay, I'm running it full screen now. You see the sharpness is quite nice, but it's the same thing. I used the lens blur on it in the first node, a little bit, and you still see the moire on the trees a little bit. Probably it's, not sure if it's still in there when I do the render. Let's see. Sometimes it's just a downscale from the footage. Maybe just do a little render of this clip, just this clip here, and see how it performs. Just render this clip. Where am I? Would slow-mo render. Yeah, this one's fine. Now I just took another drive. My archive from camera. So just do a folder here. Render. Just give it a try if it works. So this is drone, and as usual, the good test 1, test final, test. I'm gonna do a single clip in QuickTime, Apple ProRes 444 in HD, think is enough, and no audio, and the file is custom name. Just render this one. So it's 4K, it performs good. Media, so render. just pull it in there, and let's see how it works. So you have a little bit of a moire here up in the trees, and this is something you can't really get rid of it. So you can use a mask maybe and just defocus it a little bit. It's not that much, it's just a little bit. You see this line jumping, jittering a little bit. But yeah, the only thing I can say is use some lens blur on it and try to pull down the sharpness on the drone itself before you shoot. So sharpness on low is good, low or medium. I think low is better. Yeah, I hope that helped you a little bit. How to conform from Premiere Pro into Davinci with complex timeline and effects. This is horror. I hate this. Most of the effects will work. You can pull it in there and hope that it's performing well, but I really have to do a extra session and prepare something, because otherwise I'm just talking about stuff that you don't see. So yeah, I'm gonna do something about that. Just give me some time. And what else? Still more drawing. Some useful OpenFX effects. Something that is useful is I don't use really a lot of OpenFX effects. The only thing I always have is the noise reducer, the one I always forget the name of, the Neat Video. And I tried some different effect plugins and stuff, but I'm not so a big fan of. I even bought some fancy transition packs lately, but I think it's not cool. It's not my thing. I sometimes it's nice to pull them in there and have it fast. Otherwise, you can like do it with some timeline keyframes, and you just keyframe it and zoom in and pull in a blur, a prism blur or something. Then it works like the same. And plugins, tried some, but not happy. But what is cool is I have in on my storage, on my hard drive that I'm always carrying with me. Here is my archive 1. There's no, it's not on my archive, it's on my RAID 1. There's a folder with VFX templates, and what I really like is like a whole bunch of like those flares, and I save them even in, where are they? Golden flares, yeah, and I have the same in like in different colors. I just made like a channel swap and rendered them in blue and in gold, so you have the, oh, they're gone. And I have some skies for some sky replacement. I just like keep them when I get sky. I hear 3K light leaks. No, these one are like, these are cheesy. Oh, don't use something like that. 4K Fuji. Ah, here they are. So I just changed the channels, so I have them in blue and in. And sometimes this really helps a lot. You don't have to use too much of them, but sometimes if you have like you get this jobs where you have just Shutterstock footage and it's all just stock footage and it's not good looking, and sometimes it helps when you have a little flare, even if it's just a overlay or something, but it looks better. And this is, yeah, it helps. So just keep a storage with you with some nice add-ons you can use. I recently just tried some fog overlays. I just got some free fog sample stuff, and this works. It worked for one job really well, and I tried on a second one, it was like horrible. And Just a second. Just have to. Oh my god, my son is just coming in there. Just a second. I'm back in a second. I'm back. Sorry, my son was just asking me if it's the right time for another CD or something, but I told him it's a little bit late now. Okay. Something else. Open effects? No, not really. Something useful. For a round trip with clips shot on phone, which is good format to export on? For a round trip, what I do for a round trip is you just have those files on your phone. I normally use the SanDisk iExpand because you can just like plug it in there. I just have to like switch to my camera here. The camera is dead, I think. Let's see. No, this one don't work. So let's go to the webcam. Okay, here we go. So this is the iExpand from SanDisk. You just pull this one in the iPhone and you just copy the files on the USB and just pull it in the USB port, so you have the stuff on your computer really fast. It's better than using AirDrop because you have normally a lot of files. So I leave them as they are. This is like normally you have here when I go on edit and my footage, you have all those MOVs in there. And I just pull them in there as they are and change the frame rate to 25, do whatever, do the edit. And after all, I'm doing an export. Oh, I'm just out of it. So I just ran out of the live on. Okay, I'm back. Instagram just shut down my live stream. Okay, when I'm done with the edit and with the color grading, I normally do the export for YouTube, like the render profile YouTube here and 2160p. I normally use Ultra HD because the quality is better on YouTube. You have like more, I think, more space on YouTube, so the compression is lower. So my exports are normally in 4K, sometimes in HD. It works either, but yeah, if you have shot it on 4K, you should render it also on there. And when it's something to keep, I just do a ProRes 422 HQ just to keep it on my archive disk or something. Yeah, otherwise, if you want to use a different editing program than Resolve, you probably have to export ProRes 444, because the thing is, a lot of people talk to me and say, oh, I just shot H264 264 or whatever, and it's even crappy quality, so I just have to render it again in low quality, but that's totally wrong. It's a mistake, so you have to always do the render in best quality, because the compression, like, you get second compression, third, and so on, and even a ProRes 422 HQ is like crap after 3 or 4 render sessions. So always pull in the original footage, and as long as it's not the final render to your platform or something, always use uncompressed or almost uncompressed codec. So if you go into Avid or in Premiere or something, always use ProRes 444 or DNX HD HQ or something. Something else. Any questions? No, that's it. I hope that helped you. Works quite good. So let's play it again. It's quite nice. Let's look for the render again. I just checked the render again here. Drone test. Yeah, it's good. So just go back to Davinci. Okay. Servus. Okay, that's all for now. If there's no questions out there, I'm probably done for today. I hope you enjoyed all the stuff, the DOF test. I will shoot some more stuff the next days maybe. But yes, NerdCam is pretty cool. I really like it. Just have to make it a little bit better to use with a gimbal and some filters, but that's the next thing I'm gonna use on it. So I think I'm out now. I hope you enjoyed it all, and probably I'm gonna do the next live session next week maybe. Let's see if there's anything you want to know, just drop me a line. Let me know what I have to prepare. Maybe I just do the question I just got on YouTube for the conform. Maybe just do a little conform thing from a normal session. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. And even stop the YouTube link. So let's see.